I always forget every time. I try to bring up my notes. Or my... There it is. There it is. I like to bring it up in my phone to see if I've got the chat looking right and all that. Well, hi. Today's Tuesday, May 13th. We're almost halfway through May. That's crazy. We're playing the puzzles today. Last night was a really special occasion. It was the night that they recognized the kind of outstanding seniors for, different service that they've done in the community, and they different businesses and individuals in the community give, scholarships and things. It's really neat. I think they gave something like $120,000 of scholarships over the course of the night. It was just really special for these kids that earned scholarships. Pretty cool. Hey, Lyd. Hey, Tyson. How you doing? Glad to have you guys. Yeah, it was just a really special occasion. I was in charge of the visuals, so every time, they announced who the new scholarship was, then the screen would come up, and then when they explained, who this so-and-so is the winner, and it would cut over to who the winner was, right? And I'd make a screen, just a PowerPoint slide that had the kid's picture and their name, and it's this great honor. They come down on the stage, they get a honor cord for graduation, they get to wear with their cap and gown, and they get this check, right, that they can use for college. It's really neat. So, yeah. Anyway, let's dive into the puzzles. Let's play. That's about all I was going to tell you in terms of updates. Sometimes I like, not wasting our time. Just, there's a term for that when you're just kind of like yapping like that. In Portuguese, you say batendo papo. It's just like, what would that be in English? I don't know. It's funny. Sometimes I can pull up terms in English or in Portuguese faster than I can pull them in English. All right. So today in the connections puzzle, we're looking at bazaar, supreme, vacuum, veggie, evergreen, bathroom, fair, Hawaiian, pipe, infrared, plain, outlet, marigold, market, dry, and quicksilver. So these seem like brands. I see Quicksilver, Supreme. I can't place the other ones. Hawaiian something? I don't know. They seem like clothing brands. We'll come back to it. Maybe that's a purple or a blue or something. A bazaar is like a fair, is like a market, is like an outlet maybe. Different like ways to sell things. Places to shop. There we go. Okay. Infrared. Okay. I'm going out on a limb here. And I'm saying that there's like a palindrome inside this word, like A-I-I-A, and then evergreen, R-G-R-E-R-G-R-E. And then this one is infrared, R-A-R. And then maybe vacuum, because there's two U's, like extra letters. No, it's not even close. Oh, boy. Tyson, you're funny. Oh, yeah, it's staring me in the face. Infrared, marigold, evergreen, and quicksilver. Yep. Oh, and I see pizzas. Supreme pizza, veggie pizza, maybe a plain cheese pizza, and a Hawaiian. All right. Pipe, bathroom, dry, and vacuum? This is the purple category. I wonder if it's a fill in the blank. Oh, funny. Okay. Bathroom cleaner. Like an Ajax kind of thing. Dry cleaner, pipe cleaner, and vacuum cleaner. Oh, thank you. Trying my best. So places to shop is the yellow category. A bazaar, a fair, a market, and an outlet. Ending with colors, evergreen, infrared, marigold, and quicksilver. Kinds of pizza, Hawaiian, plain, supreme, and veggie. Nice. And then the purple category, it's the purple category that's usually a fill in the blank like this, isn't it? Bathroom cleaner. I guess they mean like a Comet or, what's an Ajax powder. Barkeeper's friend. Do they call those bathroom cleaners? And then dry cleaner. Take it to the dry cleaners. Pipe cleaner, which is funny. I've never cleaned a pipe with a pipe cleaner, but you use it to make funny little models and things with. And then vacuum cleaner. Nice. Oh, I could go for Hawaiian pizza. Tyson, where's your favorite place to get pizza? Where do you love pizza? I don't know. Getting the pie from, where would you go? Yeah, there's lots of good places, especially for Hawaiian. Pointer, used to highlight a talking point. Maybe like a laser pen, right? Laser pointer. Submit a CV. Maybe apply, right? An application. To get behind the wheel sounds like to drive. Oh boy, that's not good. Oh no, darn rats. We'll come back to it. Les Miserables. Lady Madonna. Okay, I think we're onto something here. When March Madness ends, curiously, April. Not in March. It ends in April. The madness happens in March, doesn't it? Sudden increase, a spike. Legolas and Galadriel. I can never say that word, that name. Galadriel in The Lord of the Rings. Those are elves. And then spirits akin to bourbons rise. Here it is. Nice. There, and we solved that one pretty quick in 1 minute and 35 seconds. A pointer used to highlight talking points, a laser pointer. Submit a CV to apply. To get behind the wheel, to drive. Oh boy, that's not good. Yikes. Les Miserables. Lady Madonna. Great Beatles song. When March Madness ends, curiously, you would think it would end in March, but it doesn't. The madness is in March, but it officially ends in April. Sudden increase, a spike. Legolas and Galadriel. Ha, there, I said it. I said it in one go that time. Galadriel. In The Lord of the Rings, they are elves. Spirits akin to bourbons rise. Cool. All right. And you know my personal rule with the Wordle. I will not be looking at the chat, so you're on your own. You can bark all you want, but I won't be looking. Not for the Wordle. I'm going to come up with... What should we do? How about share? No way. No way. That's incredible. That's incredible. You guys know that, I'm a stickler for not hearing the answer. So I am very, very careful to not know the answer, not during school, not during, when I'm at home. Kids have done the Wordle or something. I'm like, nope, don't even tell me. Don't even say a letter. And today I said share, and I ended up with 3 letters. That's insane. Oh my gosh. Should we still do my strategy? Okay, I've done this before. When I'm in this situation, and I'm like, oh, I totally know it, right? And then I end up shooting myself in the foot because I'm like, instead of 2 guesses, like I think it's going to be, because I just stab and stab and stab, I end up with... Okay, so let's not do that. How about let's be savvy about this. There you go. Point. I'm going to play just a non-intersecting word. I know I'm on to something here with the 3 letters that are green. That's insane. Let's see what happens with a non-intersecting word. Oh, you're kidding. Okay. That's not what I thought would happen. So it would give us at least 1 letter. Do we stab? Do we go with it? Do we just could be glare, could be flare. Oh, crud. Eclair. Aware. Oh, it could be aware. Let's try this and see what happens. Oh no, it's not. See, this is the problem with getting ahead of yourself like that. If you get a couple on the first try. Okay, I did say. What if it is? All right, I'm gonna go for it. What if it is a double letter? The double A. Okay, sorry if it's not on the 4th. Okay. Woo. Didn't we have I swear we had a where I want to say 4 months ago. I feel like it was one of the first ones I ever did. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But I feel like I remember saying the word aware at one point. Most of the time we get it on the 4th, right? If it was glare or flare or... I can't even think of another one. It always crosses my mind, okay, what if it's a double letter? And I don't know why, but it always comes for last. I'm like, well, it's got to be this, And then finally, 20 minutes later, I'm like, what if it's a double letter? And then I try it and it is. So we got awfully lucky there, but turned out good. Aware. What else could it have been? So saying GL through FL out the window. Chair, that's not how you spell it. I don't know what else it could have been. Oh, cool story, Tice. Very cool. Awesome. Okay. Let's go to the Strands puzzle. The Strands look silly until I click that button. There we go. All right. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. What does that mean? Keep on keeping on means keep doing what you're doing. I see stay. Gosh, I wonder if that's the spangram. Stay. Ooh, wait, I think I see something. Stay strong. I spelled it wrong. Stay strong. There we go. Okay, and it's a spangram. Great. I saw the word stay, and I'm like, well, keep on keeping on, persevere. Oh, actually, maybe that's one of them. Hold on. Is that how you spell it? No, it's not. Oh, maybe it's over here. Persevere. Hey, there we go. I do know how to spell. Persevere, stay strong, keep on keeping on. Like abide. Oh, here, abide. Spare. Persist. Ah, great. Persist. So we've got 4 out of 7. That means there are 3 others. I'm trying to look for it. Survive. Okay. 2 more. So it's maybe like top and bottom or left and right or something. Dune. It's probably not Dune. Dueler. Stale. Stend? What's the word? Yeah, Tyson, to answer your question, when summer break starts, which is only a couple weeks from now, I hope to do early morning. So maybe before you get to work even, you can watch my live stream. It feels like resolute is in there. I don't know. What word are we going for? There's 2 words right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So about 5 letters each. Keep on keeping on. To persevere. To abide. To persist. To survive. To... Oh, here's one. Endure. Endure. And last. Nice. Endure. There it is. Perseverar. There it is. Persevere. Keep on keeping on. Stay strong. Last. Endure. Survive. Persist. Abide. And persevere. That was the toughest one to spell. Persevere. Sounds like it should have another R in it. Persevere. Persevere. Cool. Man, we're flying through these puzzles today. It's taking a lot less time than I thought it would. Cool. Try to solve in 4 words. 4 words probably means that there are some easier letters. I will take easier today. I need easier mentally today. Let's see. Try to solve in 4 words. We've got O, R, and N on the top. E, D, and W on the side. K, L, and T on the bottom. And then I, M, A. So we're trying to use up all 12 of these letters. We have to do it in 4 words. And one letter or one word links to the other. The first letter of the second word linked back to the last letter of the first word. We can't use 2 on the same side, one after the other. So no ED words. But we can use like ER. That's helpful. So... Whoops. Not that. I didn't mean to say mom. Do love my mom, though. Moire. That's a French word. Moire pattern. If you ever see 2 like competing patterns and they look like they overlap each other, that's called a moire pattern. Oh, it's not endante, it's andante. Elate. Okay, how are we going to get rid of this K? The K, I would say, is the trickiest letter here. Elate. And then we've got to use up these other letters. Hey, there's a great word. Endowment. And then... oh, we can't do T-A-L-K, because L-K, the L-K and are on the same side. Dang it. Tark? Is that a word? There's no C. We could do CK words. Oh, here's one. Trek. Trek. Great. There's no K, there's no C in the word trek. Going on a trek, like Star Trek. Sweet. Yeah, we did it in 4 words, just like they asked us. So, moire. Actually, moire, I think, has an accent on the E. A moire pattern. If you ever see 2 coexisting patterns, one on top of the other, and they like mesh funny and give this crazy optical illusion, that optical illusion is a moire pattern. All right, the next one, the E led to elate. And then E something E. So that's the next letter. So E led to endowment. And then the T for trek. Cool. Cool. Trek across the plains. Okay. So let's recap. Wait, what happened? Oh! That's silly. I accidentally opened a new puzzle. That's my bad. Didn't want to open a new puzzle there. Okay, places to shop. A bazaar, a fair, a market, and an outlet. That was the easiest category. The blue category, ending in colors. Evergreen, infrared, marigold, and quicksilver. I saw Quicksilver and I thought of the clothing brand. And then I saw Supreme and I thought I was onto something. Nope. That was the definition of a red herring. Oh, thank you, Tyson. I always love it when people leave blessings upon me. I need that kind of thing. So thank you for that. Kinds of pizza. Hawaiian, plain, supreme, and veggie. And then blank cleaner. Bathroom cleaner, dry cleaner, pipe cleaner, and vacuum cleaner. Help me out. What is a bathroom cleaner? Bathroom cleaner. Oh, it's just like cleaning chemicals, right? It's like Clorox bathroom disinfectant or OxyClean spray, Lysol. I don't know if you would necessarily call it like a bathroom cleaner. It's just a general purpose cleaner, right? It doesn't have to be the bathroom. Bathrooms are gross. They get real gross, though. So they definitely need to be cleaned. And then dry cleaner, right? You take a suit to the dry cleaner. You can't just throw that in the wash. Pipe cleaner, which I've never seen used for pipes, to clean pipes, but for crafts and things, right? And then vacuum cleaner, or as some people watching might say, Hoover. The Hoover. It's just like here we'd say, you know, the Kleenex or the Band-Aid. These are brand names. Hoover's a brand name, but we use it anyway. All right, a pointer used to highlight a talking point. That's a laser pointer. Submit a CV, the curriculum vitae, or a resume, if you will, to apply for a job. Get behind the wheel, to drive. Oh boy, that's not good. Yikes. Les Mis, right? Les Miserables. Lady Madonna. Famous Beatles song. Lady Madonna. When March Madness ends, curiously, it doesn't end in March, it ends in April. That's kind of silly. It ends in April. Sudden increase, a spike. Right? I'm seeing a sudden spike in my viewership, actually, which is kind of neat. I do these live streams once a day. Speaking of which, if you like what you see, give it a like. Consider subscribing. I do this every day, and as Tyson pointed out, as soon as the school year ends, I'm going to do this early in the morning. Okay, so I'll just be, up and at 'em, and early in the morning instead of later in the day like today. Sorry I had to wait so long today. I had to drop my daughter off at a fun neighborhood activity. It was really cute. I don't even know what they're doing. She was like, I can't wait to go. Didn't get a word in about what it was, so I guess we'll find out when she gets home what it was. She'll come home with some prize or activity or some craft they did or project. They have lots of fun every time. So a sudden spike. Legolas and Galadriel in The Lord of the Rings. They are elves. Spirits akin to bourbons rise. I don't know anything about alcohol, but I know that those two are alcoholic. And that's all I know about it. Don't know their flavor or color even. Look at that. We got all greens today. You know what? I usually take a screenshot of all greens. So call me crazy, but I'm going to take a screenshot right there. All right. Share. We got share. And that's a pretty lucky that is a pretty lucky one. I am very, you guys know, I'm very careful not to watch kids play the games, play the puzzles. In fact, I didn't even see anybody play, even connections or anything today. But lucky me, I guessed 3 of the 5 letters, and they're all green. And then I didn't want to fall into the trap of, I know it. So then I just start guessing willy-nilly, because then I try to get it and I miss it, or I get on the 6th time or something. Luckily, I've never missed it. I take that back. Look at my win streak. I have never missed the Wordle. My win ratio 100%. That's pretty awesome. But SharePoint. Oh, that's funny. SharePoint is actually like a software that companies use. SharePoint. But point was no help, even though it was a non-intersecting word. So then I thought, you know what? Let's just dive into it. Let's just try it. Most days I try my non-intersecting word strategy, but I thought today there's only so many letters that can combine to do that. Very, very likely to be a consonant, right? Consonant, and then A-R-E. How many words are there that do that, right? And then I thought, maybe it's not, because I guessed the L, and I've guessed all the other letters. I guess it could have been like I don't know what it could have been. So I thought, maybe it's a double letter, the A-R-E. And it was. Aware. I was aware. My spider sense tingled, and I was aware. All right, today's theme for the Strands puzzle, right? This great word search they do every day. Keep on keeping on. Stay strong. That was the first thing I saw. I saw the spangram first. Stay. And I was like, okay, if this isn't it, right? Keep on persevering. Stay. Well, if it's not just that, maybe it's stay strong. And I spelled it wrong the first time. I said stay strong. Then I added the T. And then that was the correct answer. Stay strong. And then a couple down here. Persist. Abide, to persevere, not persevere, and then survive, to last, and to endure to the end. Like you guys have endured to the end of my live stream. Look at that. All right. And then the last thing was letterboxed. If you like what you saw today, give it a like, consider subscribing. Today's letterboxed is, we did it in 4, just like they asked. So there was a moire pattern, right? Moire is 2 patterns that overlap each other, creating a new crazy, pattern. Optical illusion. Look up moire patterns sometimes. It's like, whoa, where'd you get that? It's cool. And then the E led us to elate. And then that other E led us to endowment. And then I needed just the K at the end. I'm like, oh man, there's no C. How can I do CK? I thought talk, but there's no LK because the L and K are on the same side. I'm like, gosh, what do I do here? So then I tried trek. Right? You might go on a journey of some kind. You go on a trek or Star Trek, right? Pioneer Trek or something, right? You go across the plains. Yeah, awesome. Very cool. Well, if you like what you saw today, consider subscribing. We do this every day, and as Tyson pointed out, we do it in the morning instead, if it's going to be when school is over. And school is actually over very, very soon. I put a calendar on the board for the kids, and I was like, I hope you realize that we are just running out of days. Between A-Day and B-Day, I think we have like 8 days of like actual school, and then there's the historian assembly, and it's all downhill from there. Next Friday, I doubt very many kids will even show up. That is the day that kids go to like sign their yearbooks and things like that. The Monday after that, what is that, the 24th or whatever? That's Memorial Day, so even less kids will show up then. After Memorial Day. Of course, nobody's showing up on Memorial Day. That's a holiday. But then Tuesday is just kind of a silly let loose day. I'm sure kids will be in my room playing Mario Kart and that kind of crazy stuff. And then the Wednesday, what is that, the 28th, we'll have graduation. And I'm in charge of live streaming not only our graduation, but a couple of other graduations that are in our district. And then technically, according to the schedule, we do also have Thursday, but nobody is coming. In fact, we're going to have like a teacher recognition brunch to honor some teachers that we had that are retiring this year. Quite a few really good people retiring this year, so we're going to miss them. We're going to miss them a lot. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you for a great stream. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for hanging in there. And, catch you on the next one. See you guys.